Hello and welcome to this class. So over the last month, we've pieced together a routine of 7 of our starter mat series pieces. And I find that a lot of people can get intimidated by creating a workout plan at home. One, because there's always something else to do at home, right? And two, when you do have that time, you're like, what do I even do? So that's why I love the mat practice, because all you need is a mat and you just need to know what the exercises are. And when we repeat the exercises and we get to know the order of Joe Pilates mat repertoire, then we don't need to think. We can just plop down on the floor and start doing our exercises. So like I said, we're going to go through the 7 in the beginner series of mat. I have a bolster here, so if you are prenatal, postpartum, or you need a little bit of back neck support, a big squishy pillow is fantastic, or a bolster, or if you are a Pilates person, maybe a small arc, a small barrel. So we're going to start on our back. And again, if you do need to use the bolster, you're going to place it bra line-ish area. You can have your head back. I'm going to ditch that. I just wanted to show you some options. Lay here on our back and just roll around on that low back for a moment and then roll around the other way. And then you can do a little switch with these thighs and then some circles away and apart and some circles towards you and apart. And then we're actually going to start placing the hands on the ankles. Curl up the head, neck, and shoulders. And I really want you to make a double chin, stretching out the back of your neck. Because if we look up towards the ceiling, we're going to get a lot of gravity on the face, which is going to create a lot of tension in the neck. So if we look down, hands at the ankles, and then from here, I'm going to reach my legs up to the high diagonal. Now, you put them as high or as low that you feel in control of your center. My arms are going to reach forward, and I'm going to start pumping. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we go, feel free to lower those legs. We're on 5. If your neck needs a break, feel free to put it down. Bring it back up when you're ready. Just 2 more sets, we're almost done. Last set. Hold, and you're gonna pull everything in as you lay down. Now, rock and roll up or roll to the side to come up, and we're gonna do the roll up, but I'm going to give you a variety of options. So we're going to do 5 of them. I'm going to do it 5 different ways. You stop and stick with the version that you like the best. So I'm going to start with a half roll back, holding on behind my thighs. I'm going to inhale, sit tall. Exhale, keep that height as I tuck my tail under me, and then continue to roll back until my arms are long, squeezing the legs together and pressing the heels down, and then pull myself forward and sit up nice and tall. Option 2, fingertips touch the floor. I round forward trying to reach for my toes, and I keep trying to reach for my toes even as I go back. And I go back until it's really hard, and then I hold, and then I fingertip my way forward again. So again, if that felt good, stay here at that version. I'm moving on. I'm going to roll down. And I'm going to fully come down. My arms lift up to the ceiling. And then I nod the chin, push my feet down, roll up, and pass those toes. I'm going to keep going, straightening my legs and rolling down with my legs straight. Here's version number 4. And reaching back. And arms come up, pressing my heels down when it gets hard. And reaching forward. 5th time, the only change is I'm keeping my arms by my ears instead of forward. So you can do that last change if it feels good. And here's my 5th up, same thing. I'm going to try to keep my arms by my ears. And then we're going to roll down to stay. You roll down the way you liked best. I'm gonna bring my arms back to this parallel version, and then my arms are gonna come down by my side. Right leg comes in and up to the ceiling. Your leg height is dependent on where your knee is straight and you haven't lost this connection under here. So if that means it's at this 45-degree angle, totally fine. We're gonna cross the body first. Cross, down, around, and up. 2, down, around, and up. We're going for 5, 3, down, around, and up. 4, down, around, and up. Last one, and we reverse it. Out, press down to come up. Pretend your feet are in straps or in the spring, so you have to pull that leg down to the ground. Last 2, and last 1. And we're gonna do a little scissor switch to switch the legs. And again, cross, down, around, and up. Cross, push, and up. 3, push, and up. Last 2, last 1, reverse it. Go out, push, and up. Out, push, and up. 3 more. Last 2, and last 1. Reach that leg all the way down. Flex the feet, arms up. Roll up, but just until you can pull those knees in for rolling like a ball. So if you can't reach your ankles, you're more than welcome to hang on behind your knees. Here is a version of rolling like a ball that is totally valid. It's just the ball part, it's not the rolling part. But how round can you make this low back? How round can you wrap in on yourself? If you're gonna rock and roll with me, we're going back and up 5 times. Inhale to go back, exhale to come up. And again, wherever you feel a flat spot where you might turtle, get stuck on your back, that's the side, that's this part of your abdominals that you need to pull in a little bit deeper. And up. I think that was 5, but I'm gonna do one more because I like it. Back and up. So again, if you can't come into flexion, you're gonna grab that bolster and you're gonna stay a little more upright, hugging the belly in. So single leg stretch. I'm pulling my right knee in, left hand to right knee, right hand to right ankle, and I'm gonna hover this left leg. Pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. If you don't have that bolster, you're down here. Pull, 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 pull. 2 more sets each side. Pull, pull. Last one. And pull both knees in. Rest your head if you need it. And double leg stretch. Typically, everything goes out, everything comes back in. But instead, I'm gonna make the arms a little different. The arms are gonna reach forward with the legs. This helps you curl up a little bit more. Stay that high as you pull those legs back in. And again, reach. Your legs only go as low as you can control your pelvis. And in. Maybe today it's here. And in. I encourage you to overshoot it. Maybe go too low. Uh-oh, that's all right. Now you know. Last one, reach, stay high, and pull it in, and rest that head down. Ooh, it's nice pillow surprise back there. All right, from here, rock and roll yourself up. Legs go out the width of the mat, if not a little bit wider. I'm floating high off the ground here, so mine's a little bit narrower. I'm gonna bring my hands parallel to the ground for the first 2, and then we'll change it up for the last 2. So imagine you're sitting on back against the wall, and you're Velcroed to it. You're gonna peel one bone away from that wall at a time, reaching as close to your toes as you can, keeping the pelvis from rocking forward. So this space right here between your thigh and your hip bone, that doesn't get to change. So I'm only moving from my belly button up. And once I go as far as I can from my belly button up, then maybe I take the low back a little bit more forward and then stack the spine tall. Push the fingertips down into the mat. Push down into the mat as you reach forward. Keep pushing down into the mat. feel that lift in your abdominals when you do it. And then drag the hands back in as you sit tall. And one more time. Drag it out. Reach. And then drag it back in. Half of one. Pick your favorite, arms up or arms down, and reach for those toes. And then I want you to grab wherever you can grab on your foot. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Try to push those legs towards straight and pull the waist back so much that if your hands were to slip, you'd fall backwards. And give yourself a nice stretch here. From this round shape, come into a flat spine. Lifting that heart, lifting that head, sticking the tail up a little bit. Try to get those legs straight. And then one more time, go back into the nice rounded shape. Shoulders away from the ears. Gently release your feet and sit up nice and tall. So that was it. Quick little 7. Hopefully that turned your body around for the day. We don't need a lot. They're targeted. We got hip mobility in there. We got spinal mobility. We got core work, ab strength, a little bit of everything. I'm going to continue in my email series adding the intermediate pieces in because they don't just get tacked on to the end, which is really cool. They get woven into what we already know. And then we'll be back here once we've got that intermediate order down to have another quick little class. Thank you for joining me.